Former President Benigno Aquino III opposes the proposed 60-40 sharing of natural resources between the Philippines and China in the joint exploration of the West Philippine Sea. Aquino said the area is within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone and the country has no obligation to share its resources with the Asian giant. Aquino says, "We're talking about our exclusive economic zone. We have no obligation to share it with them. During my time, there was a joke. China said, 'What is ours is ours. What is yours, we share.' So now it seems this is coming true." Aquino brought China to court in The Hague over the disputed waters and won. Foreign Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano says China is open to the joint exploration proposal. He says a draft framework might be out by September. President Rodrigo Duterte himself made the proposal in a speech last April. Acting Supreme Court Chief Justice Antonio Carpio warns that the 1987 Constitution prohibits joint development within the Philippines as EEZ. Maritime expert Jay Batong-Bakal also says it could be seen as inconsistent with the arbitral ruling won by the Philippines in 2016. Despite the ruling, China continues its military buildup in the West Philippine Sea. Data from the Philippine Statistics Authority released Tuesday shows the poorest Filipinos felt the harsh impact of inflation during the second quarter of the year. The PSA says the country's second quarter year-on-year inflation for the bottom 30% income households went up by 6.5%. This was higher than the 5.3% increase in the first quarter of 2018 and 2.7% in the second quarter of the previous year. The figure is also higher than the recorded 5.2% headline inflation in June, which was a 5-year high using base year 2006. The poor in the National Capital Region felt 6.6% inflation during the period. This was mainly due to the higher annual increase in the prices of food, beverage, and tobacco. Prices of fuel, electricity, and water also contributed to the spike. Meanwhile, the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, starts recalibrating taxi meters to implement the fare hike. Under the new fare scheme, the flag-down rate for taxis remains at 40 pesos, but the distance rate is now at 13 pesos and 50 centavos per kilometer, higher than the previous 3 pesos and 50 centavos for every 300 meters, or around 11 pesos per kilometer. On top of that, taxi operators can now charge a travel duration rate of 2 pesos per minute, to replace the waiting time charge of 3 pesos and 50 centavos for every 2 minutes. Tennis superstar Serena Williams suffered the worst loss of her career at the WTA San Jose event on Tuesday, losing the final 12 games in a shocking first-round upset to unseeded player Johanna Konta. The 23-time Grand Slam winner struggled against the British number 1, who crushed Williams at 6-1, 6-0 in just 51 minutes. Williams is trying to regain footing after missing most of the 2017 season due to a pregnancy, but she seems to shrug off the loss. "I don't know. I have so many things on my mind that I don't have time to be shocked about the loss where I clearly wasn't at my best." The loss to Konta comes just after a month after Williams complained she's being discriminated against by the sport's drug testing program because of the number of samples she is asked to provide.